This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, how you doing today? We have the new camera out and we are going to be working on Space Wolves. Now, I've got an example of what we're going to be doing, and the guy that I have here isn't the exact guy that I'm going to be painting on, but as you can see, he's just a little too bright for me. There's too many strokes in there that I see, and I just want to tighten these guys up a little bit. So we're going to go down to the table because we're getting these guys ready to take on the orcs and kill Team Arena. And I would show you the Space Wolf box set, but it's basically just the Space Wolves with a couple of extra things in it. I really think it'd be a waste of a video. I'd rather go right into painting these guys. You saw me do the orcs yesterday. Now see me do the Space Wolves, and then the next video is just all-out warfare. And that's what we want to do. So we're going to be covering that warfare and walking through that game. So I think you're really going to enjoy that video. But we can't do it unless we get these guys fixed up and cleaned up. Without further ado, let's go down to the table and get our Space Wolves. Okay, today we are going to be fixing Space Wolves. Now, as you saw, we are going to be doing Kill Zone, and we want our Space Wolves to look great. Now, I have some that have been pre-painted and I acquired recently, and what I want to do is I kind of want to tighten this up. I mean, you can see where I don't feel this is armor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Feathers Gray and I'm going to shake it up real good, and we're going to start tightening up this armor. I want this armor to be believable. Now, I've got, again, this is not a bad paint job. I just want to get it to where I like it. And like I said, whenever you can have a chance of buying something and you can fix something, go up, please, feel free. It's your model. So what I want to do is I want to take and I want to work this gray, and I want to make sure that it's solid all the way across. All right, and you can see now all of a sudden I have a solidity. I don't see the brush strokes that I saw before, because that's what I was seeing. I was seeing a lot of brush strokes, and what I want to do is I want to work this in this entire model, and I don't have to paint over it completely. I just want to take some of the marks that just doesn't make it believable, and that's what I'm attempting to do here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on doing this, and I'm going to show you how it looks after I get everything. The other thing I want to do is I just don't like that for some reason, and the way that power claw is, even though the I believe that's a Averland Sunset, I just rather be solid with Feathers Gray for the power glove. I don't know why. I just think it works better. I don't think you have to change the color here, and I'm going to complete this. I'm going to paint this all up, and you're going to see the difference of how this model looks after I am done here painting the armor, and we'll take a look at it. So we'll be back shortly once I'm done with all the grays. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some new oil after we went through and we just kind of got all those brush marks out. And we're going to go over a lot of things here. Now, we're actually going to darken this model up a bit. So I'm going to go over a weapon. I'm going to go over his arms. I want to be careful. I don't want to go over any of the brown stuff, but I as you can see, I've already started here just to not make this a very long video, and I want to be very careful how I go around these plates. I went around the back here, as you can see, in the jetpack, and I want to come back over here a bit. Now this is going to take some work, because what I'm doing is I'm darkening up this model and I'm taking away from what he is here, and that's okay. because what I want to do is I want to be able to pull the detail that he has out. And by taking the wash and going over everything here, that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing whatsoever. Because now we're starting to see where there was actually some detail here and some recesses. So what we're going to do is right there, we're going to let that all dry. And we're going to let that go wherever it wants to go in these recesses. And we're going to move this around a little bit for a bit. So we're going to try to get this, and then we're going to come back and we're going to bring that gray right back out. We're going to bring it right back out. And you're going to see exactly what I mean very shortly. And you'll see a difference between when we first did this and the model now. All right, when we come back, we'll continue. One of the things that I'm doing here is, as you can see, we already have the wash on there really, really well. And you can see now that we're bringing out all this definition. And that's all we're trying to do, is bring out this definition. And I'm just going to put a little disclaimer in here. This is a new camera, so I'm really trying to learn how to do it. So if it goes out of focus, please bear with me. I am in the learning stages of this, but our videos will get better in the future. But now what we're going to do is we are going to take some Fenris Gray, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over, because we just took that wash and we went completely over everything. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pick out some areas, and what we're going to do is, like on his leg here, all I want to do is just re-immerse that, okay? But I want to leave some of that wash in there, because what is that wash doing? It's creating detail, and that's what I want, okay? And I'm just going to come in here, and I'm going to do a little bit over here and just create. Yeah, that's it. See how it just painting a little bit out, but now all of a sudden, now we have some form there. We have smoothness and good lines in there. I'm going to clean a lot of this up, and I'm going to go and I'm going to finish this up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, now we're going to go to our Old Faithful Nikon Compound, and what we're going to do here is we just get a little, I really suggest you get this, because this really does take and do some wonderful things as far as bringing out some of the metallics. And like with his finger here, I just want that I want that metal to really stand out, and just taking a little bit and going over some of the edges here. There's a piece there, and that just really starts to bring this weapon to life. And just, you can add a little over some of that. There we go. Over some of that gold, and you'll be surprised what it can do and how much it will highlight certain things. Like right in here, we got a little gold, and we can just brighten that up by just touching that ever so lightly, not taking it out ever. And you can see that it just makes that sit up. And let's just turn him over. You can see all the work we did here. Whoops, I'm sorry. And you can see how everything kind of works out here. And then we just kind of gloss over that a little bit there. Over in the backpack here, right in that area, we can make that stand out a little bit. That stand out. And all it takes is just a little bit of Nikon Compound, and boom, you've got exactly what you are looking for. This tube here. Now look at that. See how that just and then we can kind of come over the top here. Come over the top a little bit. There we go. That's all we need to do. And just brush a little in there. There we go. Again, it just gives that wear look, and that's what we want. And there you have him. There he is in all his glory. Repainted, repurposed, and ready to go. I did take a little Kesel of flesh, and it just kind of went over the bridge of his nose, his forehead, and his cheeks and his chin. Just very lightly. That's all you need to do. And just hit here as well. There we go. And I'm happy with that. It doesn't look as gnarly as it, not gnarly, that's a horrible way to put it, but it looks like he has armor on now, and for me that works a lot better. And we're going to work some in here. There we go, bringing out that breastplate, and I really like how that stands out. And that's how I updated the Space Marines. So now we got, Space Wolves. So we got Space Wolves all ready and ready to go for Kill Team. So there's only one thing to do. Let's go up top and close this out. So there you have it. Now, it wasn't that these were painted so badly. I just wanted to put my own spin on it and get them to where I felt comfortable with them, tightening things up and just giving it a little better look. I love the bases. I love certain things about it that I just left alone, but I was able to just tighten it up and bring it to where I really wanted this particular figure. And that's where it counts. If you're going to buy and repurpose something, always put your own spin on it if you want to, or maybe you're just happy with it. Hey, that's why they do commissions, right? But for me, I just wanted to change a few things and just put my own feel into it, and that's exactly what we did here. So what's next? Well, Kill Team Arena. I don't know why I keep saying Kill Zone, but Kill Team Arena, it's coming. We're going to be getting it together. I'm perfectly happy with what we did here, and now we got both sides, both factions ready to go, and I think they're itching to get their hands on each other and see who can come out supreme. And I guess we're going to find that out in the next video we do about Kill Team. All right, for your old pal Rob, until next time, we will see you soon.